playing some Rory Mcilory golf.
It's not sufficient. It's fine. I know what to do. I didn't know what to do, Casey.
Watched that before. Not gonna get that.
EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly opening round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship.
Okay.
Getting set now for first.
Yeah, and at this tender stage, these players are powerful, talented, and often brilliant.
All right, guys.
Frank, how do you size up the approach shot now at the 6th?
Ideally, you'd want to have a good yardage in here, something where you can hit a nice high lofted short iron to make sure that you don't mess with those palm trees. Well, the way that came out, really lucky to be on the fringe.
He'll still have a good chance to come out of here with a decent score.
Let's go. There was a great.
If you hit enough shots, every now and again, one's going to go in.
Crazy, crazy game.
Great shot by me. Bang.
Frank, the 7th hole here at the TPC Sawgrass, vintage Pete Dye, isn't it?
It is. Anything other than straight confuses the player off the tee. But there's 3 pot bunkers down the right side, just inside that last little pot bunker.
This next shot at the 7th hole.
There's a lot of mounding on this 7th green, to the right and the left. You can use those mounds to kick the ball to the flag.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because
Currently sitting at 1 under for the round.
And
That
I missed
hurts.
it.
That is a painful bogey at the 7th hole. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. So with that, the score is now at even par. TPC Sawgrass, the fabled stadium course designed by the legendary Pete Dye. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. And here at the 8th, Frank, most players are happy walking out of here with a par 3.
and the reason why, it's a very narrow entry to this green. It's just littered with bunkers around, left, behind, to the side, and even short. Once you get further up the green, though, even though this is sort of an undulating green, it starts to widen up. So don't get trapped into just looking at the front of this hole.
Frank, that reminds you of maybe what, the greatest bunker player of all time? Not a gimme, but well within his range.
That's it. In the hole. There we go.
Still even par for the day.
Still par. Looking to get a good or something better than that.
Frank, the 9th is really a good par 5, isn't it?
There's so many options here. Just play it away, sort of 3-wood it down there, then go to the right and sort of wedge it on the green. But it's very tempting, especially in the right wind conditions. And that's if they're coming over your shoulder for a right-hander from right to left. Then this par 5 is very reachable.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5.
Oh, that was a nice shot. That's fine. Slowly over.
Now the third shot here at the 9th, Frank.
Another very narrow green, not that dissimilar to the first hole. There's a high portion on the left and a low portion on the right.
Okay, 20 feet, not too bad.
I don't want to, I need to.
And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
Reading
Well, you could see he thought he had that.
It looked in the whole way until the end.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Alright.
Frank, that's a par, and onward we go.
Here we go, guys.
Let's get the back 9 started here at the stadium course at TPC Sawgrass and break down the 10th for us, Frank.
Well, it's similar to the opening hole. The first and 10th give you the same feeling where you feel awkward off the tee shot. Difference to the first hole, you've got to poke your tee shot towards the right side of the fairway here, turning it into a dog leg. And similar thing, now you're going back across the fairway to the green. Yeah, this is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough.
It's in
Playing
the
this
rough,
par
but it's
4,
okay.
still not on the green
For
after that
birdie.
second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Oh,
Nice
lift
approach shot. He'll be happy with that.
Dang it. If you guys
Even
want to
par
have fun,
currently.
No, we are not in the storm. It's just the 4th of July.
They'll take it. That's a par.
Alright.
Let's go to the 11th. Now, it's a par 5 and a fun hole, Frank. You can make anything from 3 to 7 here.
And that's why, as the start of the back nine, especially on a Sunday, this becomes such a pivotal hole to start a run. Big body of sand down the left side that sometimes the longer hitters can get close to with the tee shot, but really it's the second shot. If you can reach this par 5 and 2, it's a very narrow green. The layup, well, it's actually an awkward layup, Rich, because you've got to push that ball to the left side, almost like a zigzag approach. Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. Slight miss, and he'll have to deal with some of the heavy grass.
Well, that sucks.
He'll need to be strong with this. Not terrible, but not his best.
An outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather
I
poor
really
approach
have
shot.
No idea how he made this.
That was not a very good read right there. Getting set
Alright,
now
I'm gonna
over
have
the
to
putt.
use par again.
Still playing even for the day after the par.
Oh,
Don't forget, second round coverage coming your way tomorrow here on EA Sports. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now.
that got me a lot. Alright. Here we go. Simulating based. Yeah, I stayed. Didn't go down. It's good that the CPU delivered. Oh, we're chasing wildlife apparently. Creating leaderboard. Alright.
EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present second round
16th
coverage
inning, that's
of the
good.
Web.com Tour Championship.
Let's go.
Frank, the second here at the 4th is a dangerous shot.
Once again, this is another example of where you have to look at the green. Where exactly is the flag? If it's on that high portion, you've got to fly it all the way back.
Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole.
Oh!
Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
Yeah, I know.
Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Just the tap in to finish the hole. Frank, this has been an absolute mess today and all week long.
You said it best.
Now to the 5th. This long par 4 thought to be one of the most difficult holes on the front side here at the TPC Sawgrass.
Yeah, if you've got plenty of length in the bag, you can almost take it directly over the bunker on the right. But if you're not as long, you have to air down that left side.
Alright.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Frank, what do you think of the sixth? Pretty short par 4.
It is, but you come out of that sort of corridor and fairway opens up and then it narrows up, bunkers to be around. Very, very few people hit driver here.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
Thank you.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
All right.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Shouldn't be a problem here.
Oh, this is straight.
Good putt. Frank, what do you think of the 7th?
Interesting par 4 for 2 reasons. The undulating green on the end of the hole, it also shapes to the right. That makes it look like a dogleg right. But really, you want to play that tee shot just inside those pot bunkers down the right side.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Now the approach to the 7th. Frank, what do you need to be mindful of here?
It's rather narrow in the front of the screen,
All right, guys,
and then there's some mounds both right and left. Be very aware of those mounds. They can actually help you out.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, just seemed to baby it. Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. This from 7 feet.
And I missed that.
Those are painful from that distance.
Yeah, just another one added to the card. Big mistake.
And drops it in. TPC Sawgrass, the fabled stadium course designed by the legendary Pete Dye. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Navalo. And here at the 8th, Frank, most players are happy walking out of here with a par 3.
And the reason why, it's a very narrow entry to the screen. It's just littered with bunkers around, left, behind, to the side, and even short. Once you get further up the green, though, even though this is an undulating green, it starts to widen up. So don't get trapped into just looking at the front of this hole.
Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Come on, you have to make that, don't you? Drop shot here at the 8th. Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. Call in the medics, Frank. Can't stop the bleeding here.
Just racking the bogeys up.
Frank, I think this is one of the most fascinating holes on the golf course. The 583-yard par 5 9th hole.
With technology now, a lot more players can reach this par 5 than 2. Gone are the days where it was a true three-shotter, but I remember when Sergio Garcia hit that 3-wood from, what was it, 270, 280 yards? Still one of the best shots I've ever seen.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
That's how you play the game. Right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Setting himself up for a good weekend, the wily golf instructor makes his birdie. That concludes the second round here at this amazing golf course. And Frank, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow.
I certainly am as well. The players have gotten off to a very good start, and they must have a good feel for the course right now and know what they have to do in order to win.
All right, my ball striking, my spin, and my short game went up. That's good. That's good.
2 people are watching now.
Here we go, guys. I'm 43rd right now, but I should be able to knock this in.
EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present third round
It's probably
coverage
gonna be my
of the
last
Web.com
round
Tour
playing,
Championship.
and then I'm gonna upload this. And
We are
get
into the
another
third
episode.
round of the Web.com Tour Championship, the fourth and final stop of the Web.com
Ooh,
Tour
this is
Finals.
gonna be a hard
50 PGA Tour cards up for
Alright.
grabs. Dreams about to be made.
It's amazing what's ahead of these young players, Rich. Not just getting through the next 2 rounds, but also trying to suppress
went on the
perhaps
fairway, so
what
that's
might
good.
be for them next year.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
A bit unfortunate in the bunker, Frank.
It'll be interesting to see what his bunker plays like.
You know how to play this shot,
gotta
Frank,
block
right? You keep your chin up, you look down your nose at the ball, you
Oh,
have to pick it
it's a
cleanly,
good shot, too.
and keep your head still.
All right, I'm gonna-
Frank, that reminds you of maybe what, the greatest bunker player of all time? Locked in on the read and the speed. Has his par. All right, hole number 11
All
here at
right.
the TPC Sawgrass, 558 yards, par 5,
Oh,
no
that's
shortage
a
of
really
options,
nice hit.
no shortage of hazards, Frank.
If there's
That
one
was a
hole
really
at
nice
TPC
shot.
Sawgrass where you can literally leap out of your shoes, this is it.
All right, come on, come on, come
He'll
on.
be happy
big
with
money,
that
big
in the
money,
fairway.
big money.
Now a good chance to
Money, money,
attack
money,
this
money,
hole.
money.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5.
Boom.
This is not heading in the right
Exactly
direction.
what I
Oh, it
want.
looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the
It's
thick
in the
stuff.
rough,
That's a
but-
difficult lie.
Not
80
too
yards
tough.
to the flagstick.
If you're asking me, did you just make that up? Yes, I did.
Franco, the Web.com Tour, you're not playing in the big cities under the bright lights the way they
If I
do on the
make this,
PGA Tour, but you are playing
locked up the
72 holes,
spot.
and you do need to go low. And I don't like the PGA Tour if you want to be
I
successful.
want to be sensitive.
On the outside, it might look like the bare bones of professional golf, but you play for less money.
Oh, it's just
You know,
stupid,
you're
but I
driving
still-
yourself around, you're paying your own expenses. This is how you find, really, how much you've got. Are you prepared for the long haul? And then whatever you learn over that period of time on the web.com, you realize, are you tough enough? Are you strong enough?
Okay, I'm
because all of
39.
those skills that develop are
top
what will
50
serve
get a
you in
card.
great
So right
stead
now I'm getting
on the
a
PGA Tour.
card.
It toughens a player up. We've seen it with guys like PGA Tour. Now they approach to the 12th. Frank, what's the player looking at?
Well, it's
Yes.
a fun shot here for the second shot, especially if you've driven it down the right side, because then you can see the flag no matter where it is on the
Locked up
green.
position,
They par
just need to
yesterday.
hit it.
This one for birdie.
There we go.
Frank, I'm sure it feels good to get some
Flawless
red
birdie.
numbers on the card, but this tournament is probably too far out of reach at this point.
31st.
No question.
One of the great things about this golf course, Frank, a variety of par 3s, different yardages. Here at the 13th, 181-yard
Here
par
I
3.
go.
Yeah, this is where you have to be careful on the tee there. Anything left's just going to be eaten up by that lake. Matter of fact, if you hit one with a little bit of a hook and it catches
Alright,
the
got
mound,
punchy.
it can still kick into the lake. So this one here, just be a little cautious on the tee. Second shot.
Even if I punch it, I'm probably not going to get out. I'm going to hit a tree no matter what. Oh, but that was That was a good
On the
shot.
green with about 30
If
feet
I
to
make
go.
this-
And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never
this is
easy.
I'm going to have to curve it a lot. Like, maybe a bit more. Oh!
That is a painful miss right there. And a bogey.
Oh,
Drop
such
shot
a
here at
good
the
shot,
13th.
too.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Make it and got it.
Blemish on the scorecard. A bogey.
Come on. 39.
14th hole, 481-yard par 4, ranking second in difficulty, Frank.
Okay.
Yeah, this one always gets overlooked, Rich. You've only got to flick the drive a little left, and all of a sudden your round just gets
Beautiful
completely
hit.
wrecked. Ask Vijay Singh. Cost him a Players' Championship.
65.
Many a player there has dealt with that left
go.
side. You will pay the price.
The second shot now to the par 4.
Ow!
So the shot has landed, I'm not sure if it's on the mulch or in the mulch. Either way, it's in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, he doesn't have mulch of a shot your left.
Getting set
Okay,
for
I
this
got
next
it.
shot
That's
from the
all I
rough.
needed.
What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Frank, you always talk about it. Don't compound the mistakes. Well, here we are, another shot from the
Oh
rough.
my
And
goodness.
this one no
I
easier
might
than the
not
one he's
even
just
get
hit.
the car.
Pretty good shot right there.
Even par currently.
Oh gosh.
Frank, you
Double
know full
bogey
well
with my
this
second
can be a humbling
double-
game.
Double bogey.
In an embarrassing game.
Frank, you've been there at so many tournaments around the world. One round to go,
50th,
a
I'm
chance
still
to
in.
win. What's that feeling like?
Oh, this is the
barely
fun
getting a
part,
cart.
knowing whether or not your body can handle the situation. You got to push it to the
Oh,
limit.
man.
But that's what
This is not
sport
good.
and golf is all about. Trying to do something that you've dreamed of for so
Shot
long.
shaping and driving. Okay, that's what I need. Driving. Still need to be able to drive a car. Not old enough yet. Counting. Why do you need to count ducks? What do you need to look at counts of ducks and go 1, 2, 3 ducks? This isn't kindergarten class, man. Gosh. Jeez.
EA Sports and the
And if
Web.com
you look at
Tour
my
proudly
score, you'll know
present
that I'm not
final
doing good
round
at
coverage
all.
of the Web.com Tour
All right,
Championship.
This is the final hole.
This is one of the most exciting days of the year in golf. It's the final round of the Web.com Tour Championship,
yes.
the fourth and final stop of the Web.com
Water,
Tour
it
Finals.
isn't in the
And Frank,
way.
this is the day that dreams are realized. And I'm talking about lifelong dreams.
You're exactly right, Rich. They say pressure is relevant, perhaps a putt to win a major championship or win a PGA Tour event. What about the thought of actually having another career? That's right, 18 holes. That's what it's going to take today. And maybe you have a career that's going to last for many a year going forward.
Oh, he
but it
does
all
that
has to
all the
happen
time.
today. Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
Well, not
Okay,
in
got
contention,
that.
but in for par.
Alright, guys. Well, I'm going to have to move on.
And through the years, Frank, it has gotten the best of the best,
Come on.
hasn't it?
We've seen Tiger Woods hit it left. We've seen Vijay Singh hit it left. We've seen so many players in the water down the left. Conversely, many a championship's been
go.
lost by hitting the ball up
Oh,
in the
that was a
mounds
great
on the
shot.
right.
Oh,
You take
that was a
4 here and
terrible drive,
run to 15.
I would sprint.
Frank, they threw him a life vest. He's back on dry land.
And I hope this time he swings, he doesn't have the water wings on.
Third shot now after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
Frank, this is one you don't practice, but sometimes you have to do it. Time for the drop.
Yeah, it should be the easiest shot in golf. You've just paid for it.
We don't have our clubs. Grandpa does.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. With that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough.
Rich, you know, after you've already made one mistake in the rough, there's a chance he's going to make another.
Just trying to get it back out into the fairway and not make a big number. That looked like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. maybe wrong club.
Frank, what's the best way to get at the golf ball when it's sitting down just a bit in the rough?
You have to accept the fact first and foremost that you're not going to get clean contacts. You have to decide whether the ball's going to come out short or it's going to fly. Because very rarely will it come out the normal distance of what you hit on the fairway. So if it's a little thin and wispy, chances are it might fly. If it's nestled down, you're going to have to take at least another club.
That hole certainly got the best of him. Triple bogey. Frank, the 15th hole certainly has the respect of the professionals.
But you're right, this is a positional hole where just keep the ball down the left centre. You can't go too far, though, because you'll get blocked out or you'll run out of fairway. From there, it's